Hello YouTube and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be going over how to set up all three of the most common bomb sites on Kanal. And these are mostly ranked setups, well actually all ranked setups because Kanal's not a comp map. It's not played in the competitive siege pool. I don't think it ever was, post rework at least. It might have been played in the comp pool very early on when it was like, when they still had some secure area and stuff, but regardless, this is obviously only a rank setup because they don't run that in comp. So first things first, this is the upstairs bomb site. Everyone usually goes here first. Probably the best bomb site. The basement has a lot of vert that you can open up as an attacker. But yeah, first you want to reinforce both of these walls. Reinforce this wall. Make feet holes here. You make the feet holes here so that it's harder for an attacker to walk into pillbox. They walk in, they got to worry about their left and their right, because you can have a defender sitting here holding the feet holes. Although this isn't super safe because they can wallbang you. I'd recommend sitting here holding the feet holes, or if you have a bandit tricking or a mute or something, hold the feet holes here. Then you want to make feet holes here, so that the person who is bandit tricking or somebody here can help hold the walk up from Skybridge. This is just extra pressure for whoever's walking up Skybridge. Make it harder for them to just take that for free. Rotate goes here. You always want to rotate between sites. Reinforce these two walls and these two walls on 90 so that the attackers can't get vision in here. And if you have an extra mute jammer or some extra bandits or an extra Cade Claw, I'd recommend putting it on these two walls just in case an ace wants to get fancy and try to open up the bomb site. Put a head hole here, sometimes two, so that you can hold red. This is a very common angle, so especially if you're in a higher rank, people are probably going to pre-fire it. So don't always hold this, but make the holes regardless so that you can hold it and the enemy has to worry about it. And you can also hold the breach walk-in from here, and this is less noticed, right? If somebody's walking in from breach, last place they're going to look is up here. Most of the time they're looking deep to Skybridge or at the rotate or at red door. They're not looking up here. And that's pretty much it. If you want to reinforce this wall, you can. That's totally up to you. I've seen people run castle strats where they'll put a castle here and then put like head holes across this whole wall. Or like put a mirror there and then put head holes across the wall. That's totally up to you if you want to play a little tricky, a little cheeky that way. But this is the default setup, is no head holes there. Ignore that. Default setup is just the rotate here, head holes there, feet holes here, and that's it. You can reinforce this wall if you want. That's probably a good idea. But this one I would keep, and I would just throw a bunch of punch holes on it, and then make the lowest one like one that you actually use, because you can use this to hold an angle on Skybridge if you have a top green player. And that's pretty much it. If you want to bring in a zombie, you can always bring in a zombie and throw in a zombie right up here, and that makes it so that gives you a one-way angle, right? So the people pushing up Skybridge have to clear that a zombie, otherwise you can see their feet and they can't see you. Again, that's just another random strat that you can use if you want. That's pretty much it for that bomb site. Let's go down to basement. First things first with basement, there's one hatch. You want to reinforce the one hatch right there. There's another hatch for gym. This is above lockers. It's up to you whether you reinforce this. I've seen people who, if you got roamers up here, they'll leave this soft or even open it so that the roamers have another way to come down other than the two staircases. And you can also hold the locker's window jump in from above here. That's totally up to you, though. This hatch over here is the one that needs to be reinforced every round, because that's right in the middle of the bomb site. Right there. This wall, don't reinforce. Put feet holes here. Same reason you put feet holes on the pillbox wall on the upstairs bomb site. It's making it so that if people walk in trench, they got to worry about left side and right side. And a lot of times if I'm playing this with like a smoke or a mute shoddy, I'll put a little rotate here too. Oh. Bro. Come on now. Put a little rotate here too, just so that I can walk in and out. And I'll try to make it a little bit less noticeable than that, so that the attackers don't notice it and use it against me. But that's totally up to you. I'd put the feet holes. Now, I see a lot of people who will put head holes here and here, and then reinforce this wall. That's totally up to you. This kind of lets you hold main stairs from the back of the bomb site. It also allows them to see the back of the bomb site from main stairs. So it's totally up to you. These ones are mandatory. Everyone makes these holes. These holes are super helpful. But these ones just seem a little bit too easy to counter. Because if I'm an attacker, all I gotta do is get to here and I can see that hole, right? And I really don't have to worry about anything else other than that hole, because most of the time, defenders aren't going to walk up and swing you from the hallway. Now, they will if they know you're sitting there for a long time, right? But if you're just coming down to quick peek, you're not going to have to worry about the bottom of the stairs, more than likely. But with this one, by the time I'm exposed to this angle, I'm already deep enough that somebody Harry Potter could have heard me and swung me. Somebody playing bathroom could have heard me and swung me. Somebody playing site door could have heard me and swung me. Right? I'm exposed to a lot more dangers by the time I see this hole than I am for this hole. So that's why this head hole is much more helpful, much more useful on holding the main stairs walk down. And then you can reinforce this wall. Rotate here. Head hole is here. That way, you can hold scuba from multiple angles instead of just the site door, right? You can play this and you can swing here, swing site door, reinforce this wall. And there's also an angle, if you break this, you kind of get rid of the debris, you can hold a really tight angle on the scuba stairs through these holes, right? And that's pretty much it. There's not a ton of reinforcements, not a ton of holes to make on this. It's probably why it's not a Pro League map, because there's just not a lot to it. It's kind of small, really ratty, really gunfight heavy. Yeah. Now, let's go up to the next bomb site, the third bomb site that people will usually play, and that's map security. For this one, just like most third bomb sites, it's really super gunfight heavy. Like, you're gonna have to outfrag your opponents if you want to win this bomb site, or come up with something really cheeky. A lot of times people don't really know how to attack this bomb site, so sometimes they'll just walk in front door and come in lower bridge. So you got to be careful for that. Careful for the rat there. Either barricade this door or put a beeper in lower bridge. Whatever you got to do. But I usually make a rotate here. That way if somebody's playing the window, very unlikely, but if they are, you can hold an angle on the window, swing in. Or if you want to play this room, you can hold that. You can hold the site walk in. You can kind of contest the hatch drop. They got to worry about multiple angles. Reinforce this wall, because this wall goes directly out into the hallway. And they can also get an angle on it from lower red. So reinforce that wall. A lot of times I'll make a rotate here, just as an extra way to get between bomb sites, or an extra line of sight through bomb sites. reinforce these walls, reinforce this wall, reinforce these 2 walls, and then there are 3 hatches you want to get. This one, here, I'll go upstairs and show you where they are actually. This one, and this one. And if you got any spare reinforcements, throw them on the main breach up here and try to hold above as well as possible, because if you haven't noticed, all of this is soft, right? You can get angles into every single part of the map's bomb site. So if you don't have a couple, probably 2 or 3 players contesting up here and the opponent gets full vert, it's going to be a rough day for you. So you want at least 2 roamers up here, maybe 3, depending on the situation. And yeah, that's pretty much it. If you guys enjoyed, please feel free to leave a like. It helps a lot more than you think. Subscribe for more. I'll be coming out with another video very soon, probably on how to attack this bomb site, or this map, since I usually hit them with a setup vid, an attack vid, something random, and then a map call out video. That's kind of what my schedule has been lately until I get through all of the ranked maps. Then I'll switch to some kind of different format. But yeah, please leave a comment down below if there's something I said that you liked, that you didn't know, that you learned, something I didn't say that you do that helps you out a lot, especially on maps like this where it's only ranked. You don't really see a ton of you don't see how the pros set it up, right? Because the pros will always set it up in the most optimal way possible. And since this isn't in Pro League, we don't get that. So we really only have ranked stars to rely on as far as knowledge of setup goes. So anything that you do that works, feel free to leave it down below. That'll help other players out so much. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.